Hey Joe, have you heard much about UFO cults?
No.
Oh, well, it was started by Guy Ballard in the 1930s. Yeah, it was a bit new wave, but honestly, I think it was pretty good. And the I Am cult, that was Guy Ballard's, by the way, first cult that was made. It got pretty good amount of traction, honestly. A lot of people really had a fascination with this cult. You know, a lot of them have a bunch of religious ties, and a lot of them have stuff to do with UFOs. Obviously, you would know that, Joe. And then much later, Marshall Applewhite started what's known as Heaven's Gate. Oh boy, these cults, they get a little bit much, you know? How are you doing, Joe?
Do you have a dog?
No, Joe.
Is that a garbage bag?
Of course, Joe! Anyways, Joe, to be honest, I kinda hate you. Hey, Joe!
So, we were talking about UFO cults. Did you know that usually whenever they usually believe in a god or a heaven or something, and that they're able to reach it through extraterrestrial means or life forms, like Heaven's Gate. They thought that they were going to ascend the human condition by dying and going on a spacecraft and going to heaven.
I did. Hey Joe, you look a little bit different, buddy.
Not really.
That's so true, Queen. Go off. Did you know about how cult leaders betray their people's trust?
What?
Yeah, they're just very charismatic, and they kind of prey on people who are in awful situations or just typically alone. And they kind of use their already charismatic abilities to draw them in, and then they use their philosophies that are already based on religion to kind of make the structure for what their cult is. Therefore, they just pull in a bunch of people who are very lonely and sad and need something to depend on. Do you think that's kind of messed up, Joe?
That tracks. In all seriousness, these UFO cults can have some pretty serious repercussions. 39 members of Heaven's Gate were actually found poisoned in a mass suicide on March 26, 1997. They were following Marshall Applewhite, the person that founded the cult, with their lives, and we should take care to remember that the things that these terrible people say will be heeded by the people that they prey on. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hey, cameraman.
Joe, do you have any more info or something?
There were a few other notable UFO cults, such as the Ethereal Society and Tao Chen, which were more fun cases of a UFO cult where they just failed spectacularly and were made fools of. But they all had the same end goal involving aliens and them being their way to get to heaven. And it may have involved a comet or a spaceship or an actual alien that they believed in. And some of them are still active, such as Scientology.
That's pretty cool, Joe.
I know. Wow, Connor, we sure did learn a lot about UFO cults today. We didn't even really touch on Scientology, and they're a pretty wacky bunch.